you're looking for a solution to reach your desired weight and get rid of that unwanted fat, the ketogenic diet might be the answer. It's an effective method to stimulate fat burning in an accelerated way, without the need to starve yourself. Additionally, this diet contributes to stabilizing blood sugar levels and excludes gluten from your diet. The ketogenic diet has the potential to transform your body into a real fat-burning machine. Imagine the combination of body fat reduction and blood sugar control, a remarkable result, isn't it? It's important to note that, like any approach, this diet isn't without considerations and may not be suitable for everyone. Next, we'll explore the criteria for determining if this diet is appropriate for you, the method of implementation, the benefits and disadvantages associated with it, its practical application in everyday life, and the ideal duration of adherence. Be sure to like this content, as I'm sure you'll find valuable information. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe to receive notifications about new videos that address relevant topics for your health and well-being. What is the ketogenic diet? The ketogenic diet is characterized by the complete restriction of carbohydrates in the diet, which implies the exclusion of items like bread, pasta, potatoes, and other similar foods. In contrast, the diet emphasizes the intake of fats and proteins, including eggs, avocado, meats, and fatty fish. In a diet rich in carbohydrates, insulin plays a fundamental role in transporting sugar into the cells, providing energy for the body's functioning. However, the release of insulin signals the body to store fat, which can be counterproductive when the goal is weight loss. By eliminating carbohydrates from the diet, the body seeks a second source of energy, fat. Without the presence of carbohydrates and insulin, the body begins to use fat as fuel. This process of fat oxidation, which transforms it into ketone bodies, is what promotes weight loss and the reduction of body fat in an accelerated way. An acquaintance of mine had difficulty maintaining weight and was always on diets. The problem was that the diets allowed small amounts of certain foods, such as rice, potatoes, or bread. This restriction left him frustrated. The ketogenic diet proved effective for him because it eliminates the need to calculate the amount of carbohydrates to be consumed, as no carbohydrates are allowed. This eliminates the temptation to eat a little more than allowed. This diet is particularly suitable for individuals who have difficulty controlling their carbohydrate consumption. If you identify sweets as a problem, this diet may be a solution. Adopting a ketogenic diet has a unique appeal. The restriction of carbohydrates is so drastic that their presence in your eating routine becomes almost imperceptible. This radical change eliminates the compulsion for small portions, as the intake of any amount of carbohydrates is discouraged. An acquaintance of mine tried this approach and reduced his weight from 344 pounds to 207 pounds. The secret lies in the continuous consumption of fats, which are converted into energy on a constant basis. The body remains in a state of fat burning, whether during sleep or while awake. The body incessantly seeks accumulated fat reserves, eliminating localized excesses. One of the biggest advantages of the ketogenic diet is the absence of hunger. This occurs because the body is constantly using stored fat as a source of energy. In addition, the digestion of foods rich in fat and protein is slower, prolonging the feeling of satiety. Another important factor is the suppression of ghrelin, a hormone responsible for signaling the need to eat to the brain. Without ghrelin in action, the feeling of hunger is significantly reduced. Therefore, the ketogenic diet offers multiple mechanisms to attenuate or eliminate hunger, representing one of its greatest advantages. To implement this diet effectively, it's essential to know the permitted and recommended foods. The goal is to prioritize those that provide fat and protein, keeping the body in a state of ketosis and promoting fat burning. The ketogenic diet seeks to stimulate the body to use fat reserves as the main source of energy. Foods that favor this process include eggs, butter, avocado, rich in fat, nuts, fatty meats, and olive oil. With regard to meats, all options with high fat content are welcome, such as sardines, salmon, and cuts of meat with marbled fat. Eggs are also an excellent choice. To accompany these foods rich in fat and protein, it's possible to add vegetables with low carbohydrate content. Good options include eggplant, cucumber, zucchini, chard, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cauliflower. Spinach, celery, raw carrots, and lettuce are also viable alternatives. The key is to vary the options of low-carbohydrate vegetables to ensure a balanced and tasty diet. For snacks, the ketogenic diet offers several options. A slice of cheese, a handful of nuts, hazelnuts, or almonds are suitable choices. Consuming 10 to 15 olives is also a ketogenic option. In addition, prosciutto or jamon are allowed, adding flavor and variety to the diet. With regard to fruits, some options with low carbohydrate content can be included in moderation. Raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, coconut, and avocado are viable alternatives. A suggestion is to add a spoonful of cream to the strawberries, avoiding sugar. Coconut cream can also be used as an alternative. It's possible to prepare smoothies using ingredients allowed in the ketogenic diet, as long as sugar and other carbohydrate-rich ingredients are avoided. The main focus is to keep the body in a state of ketosis, using fat as the main source of energy and avoiding blood sugar spikes. Deciphering the ketogenic diet, a practical and uncomplicated guide, let's demystify the ketogenic diet, offering a clear and objective overview, full of valuable tips for your daily life. To start, how about a morning treat? A small indulgence, such as a square, approximately 10 g, of chocolate with a high cocoa content, 86% or more, can be a surprising ally. Opt for extra dark versions, as they contain fewer carbohydrates and are rich in beneficial antioxidants. Savor this small pleasure sporadically, just to appease the craving for sweets and start the day with a smile, without compromising ketosis. The basis of the ketogenic diet is simple: eliminate processed and carbohydrate-rich foods. Say goodbye to chips, filled cookies, donuts, and other industrialized sweets. Fast food is also out of the question. Avoid fruits and fruit juices, even natural ones, as they are significant sources of carbohydrates, which prevents the state of ketosis. Don't be fooled by diet products. Although they may have less sugar or carbohydrates, they are not always suitable for the ketogenic diet. Prioritize natural foods, such as meats and healthy fats, which are free of carbohydrates. To achieve and maintain ketosis, the process in which the body uses fat as the main source of energy, consistency is fundamental. Once you teach your body to oxidize fat and produce ketone bodies, it's crucial to avoid interruptions. Breads, even whole wheat ones, rice, and sweet potatoes, including the peel, are forbidden. The principle of the ketogenic diet is the restriction of carbohydrates, including those considered healthy. The daily intake of carbohydrates should be minimal, between 20 and 50 grams. But don't worry about calculating every gram. The foods allowed in the ketogenic diet already contain a small amount of carbohydrates, enough to meet your needs. Vegetables such as chard, eggplant, and cucumber, and fruits such as raspberries, can be consumed without fear, as they have a very low carbohydrate content. It's important to note that the ketogenic diet wasn't always used for the purpose of weight loss. Originally, it was used to reduce epileptic seizures in adults, demonstrating its beneficial effects on neurological control. Over time, its benefits in the weight loss process were discovered, making it popular for this purpose. The ketogenic diet is a powerful tool to transform your relationship with food and achieve your health goals. With information, discipline, and proper monitoring, you can enjoy all the benefits it has to offer. Remember that each individual is unique, and adapting the diet to your needs and preferences is essential for long-term success. By eliminating processed foods, prioritizing natural foods, and maintaining consistency, you'll be on the right path to a healthier and more balanced life. The ketogenic diet has gained popularity, but what makes it so talked about? Initially, ketosis induces the production of neurotransmitters with anticonvulsant properties, helping to balance communication between neurons. This is one of the biggest attractions of the diet, even being explored in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. By stimulating the body to use fat as the main source of energy, it's possible to observe an interesting metabolic cycle without negative effects. On the contrary, many report improvement in cognitive and brain functions, in addition to weight loss. Therefore, consider the benefits of the ketogenic diet. It helps regulate blood glucose levels, reduces body fat, contributes to blood pressure control, and reduces the compulsion for forbidden foods, such as carbohydrates. Additionally, it can promote an improvement in skin quality, reducing inflammation, and increase mental agility. The ketogenic diet seems attractive, doesn't it? However, it's crucial to consider the other side of the coin. Headaches, decreased alcohol tolerance, with small doses already causing an effect, cramps, and constipation are the most common and uncomfortable side effects associated with this diet. In addition, the need for vitamin and mineral supplementation may become relevant, depending on the duration of the diet. Therefore, it's essential to have the support of a qualified professional throughout the process, as it's a diet with significant restrictions. Warning: if you have pre-existing health problems in the liver or kidneys, uncontrolled diabetes, are pregnant or breastfeeding, this is not the ideal time to start a ketogenic diet. If in doubt, consult your doctor and ask, "Doctor, would the ketogenic diet be suitable for me?" Remember that not everything works for all people, at all times. It may be a temporary option or simply not the right choice for you. Think of it as friendly advice. The ketogenic diet may be the key to reaching your desired weight and eliminating those fats that you've decided you no longer want. However, it's essential to act with caution. Health should always be the priority, even during a weight loss process. If you're interested in the concept of the ketogenic diet and believe it may be suitable for you, seek more information. If you prefer a lighter and more versatile approach, consider the low-carb diet. There are several options to take care of your health. Always remember to seek professional guidance and adapt your choices to your individual needs.